Okay, it's the 9 p.m. Zoom meeting for Math 1111. I did a really thorough Zoom meeting at 12 p.m. today. And so watch the 12 p.m. Zoom meeting video for today. It'll be 10:05 for a thorough introduction to section and 3.2. I'm going to just say one problem from each section, and then just hold it open, pause the recording, just in case anybody joins us. So section 3.1 is about quadratics. I'll work a different problem. If somebody wants to watch and see. How about here's a good section of them. How about problem 17? And you can see all the different things they want you to be able to pick off. Express f in standard form, find the vertex and x and y intercepts of f, sketch a graph, find the domain and range. So it's like filling out a big worksheet. Page 288, 3.1, problem 17. F of x, negative x squared, add 6x, add 4. All right, A, express f of x in standard form. Late tonight. Okay, that is given to be x minus h squared plus k. They ask the stuff out of order. B says find vertex. That is the coordinates h and k. So you got to find this to fill in for the standard form. Explained all this in the 12 o'clock video. And to find the vertex, h is equal to negative b over twice the a. And in this is general form. Your a is -1, your b is 6, and your c is 4. So you've got -6 over twice -1. -6 over -2 is +3. Then what you do is you feed the h back to find k. K in this one is -3 squared plus 6 times 3, add 4. -9, watch this, your negative doesn't square, so 3 squared is 9 times -1 is -9, add 18, add 4, looks like 9 plus 4 equals 13. So your vertex h and k in B vertex is 3 and 13. In A, your standard form, f of x, x minus h squared plus k goes as negative. Your a is -1. The a is identical in both forms. X minus 3, add 13. Notice the sign switch. They're using the same letters they did with centers of circles, and you did a sign switch in the formula for both h and k for the circles. Here it only works on the h because you're only the h is in your squared. The k goes in with the same sign. So you really have to do the vertex before you can do the standard form. Now, also in B, they want x and y intercepts. Y-intercepts. X-intercept y is 0, and so you wind up solving 0 equals negative x squared plus 6x plus 4. The y-intercept equals c. X is 0, so when you have y equals negative 0 squared plus 6 times 0 add 4, y equals 4. This is the y-intercept. It's always the number on the end. Page number on the end. No number on the end, it's 0. No number on the end, it is 0. All right, but for x-intercepts, solve 0 equals negative x squared plus 6x plus 4. Use quadratic formula. Hope you remember that, chapter 1. I don't recall using it in chapter 2. Negative 6, add and subtract. 6 squared is 36, minus 4 times negative 1 times 4, over 2 times negative 1, twice the a. Negative 6, add and subtract. Looks like you're going to get 36, add 16, 52, over negative 2. And you could go further and get decimals, and that would be the x-intercepts on the graph. But we won't. We'll just leave it like this. So that does part B. We want to sketch a graph in C. That means you need vertex and it open up or down. And this one opens down. That's because the a equals negative 1 on this one. The a is negative 1. This says it opens down. Covered all this at 12 very thoroughly. So for a very quick graph, the vertex is at 3 and up 13. Opening down. And the positive 1 would be negative 6, x-intercept, negative 6 add root 52 over negative 2, and the negative and negative 6 subtract root 52, negative 2. All right, D, find max, no, I'm sorry, domain and range. I'm sorry, domain. This is easy, easiest, always, negative infinity to infinity. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c has no problems, no square root, no fractions. For range, however, you must look at the graph. And I still have it kind of visible up here. Y min, Y max. Min, comma, Y max. Visible. These go forever down. You're at negative infinity on Y min, but the max is 13. And there's no open circle there. That's a bracket with a parenthesis. So yeah, your max value is your K. They will ask about that earlier in the section. And, or min value. If it opens up, it's a min value. All right. Let's go on to 3.2. I won't, again, do all of 3.2. Let's do one in behavior. They make a big deal about in behavior, and you can watch the 12 o'clock video for in behavior. Clock video for end behavior. I'm going to work page 302. Let's try one like 39. E of x, 2x cubed minus x squared minus 4x minus 12. We're supposed to factor it, find zeros, and graph. For the graph, use calculator. All right, you may not be familiar with this pattern. It doesn't work by two numbers. By the way, I always like to point this out. The y-intercept is always the number on the end because x equals 0. When you put x is 0, all the x terms are 0. They die. It's the number on the end. Always, no matter how many terms you have. It would not be easy to find x-intercepts of this. You have to pretty much look at the graph. There's no cubic formula. There's only a quadratic formula for x squared back. You start adding this and there's no formulas. Okay, to factor 4 terms, this says group. Remember your factoring grouping, look at the first 2 terms. We'll add an x squared, a 2x minus 1. Now for this to work, there's got to be a 2x minus 1 over here. So I've got to put something here that will multiply and give me this. So to get to a negative 4x from a 2x, looks like I need a negative 2. And this really isn't working. Because I'm getting the negative 4x, but I'm getting a plus 2 when I'm supposed to have a 12. So I picked a tough one. I wonder what they want you to do. You're supposed to be able to do that, and then it's supposed to be cooked so that that works. This one isn't cooperating. Said I was working 39. Oh, doggone, I see why. I've copied half of 38. Okay, my file isn't 39. It's first 2 pieces are 39, and these 2 pieces are 38. My apologies. All right, let's try again. P of x, 2x cubed minus x squared. Let's make sure I get up to only 39. Minus 18x. Add 9. Always helpful when you copy the problem correctly. Once again, x squared leaving 2x minus 1. Now leave a 2x minus 1 over here. To get to negative 18 from 2x, I need a negative 9. Sure enough, this one's cooked properly. Negative 18x and positive 9. Now you factor out the common 2x minus 1. You're left with x squared minus 9. All right, now I hope you recognize that difference of squares. 2x minus 1, x plus 3. You add and subtract the square roots. You set each piece to 0. Hopefully you recognize that would give you -3. This would give you +3. These just switch signs. This one switches signs, but you also got to handle the 2. You'd have 2x equals 0. So 2x equals 1. See over here, you're doing the same thing, but you got plain x, so you're done. But you're going to divide by 2. So x equals 1/2. X equals -3. X equals 3. These are zeros. The zeros of p of x. Plug these numbers in, and you get 0. I'll just prove, I'll do the negative, I'll do the 1/2. P of 1/2 to 1/2 cubed minus 1/2 minus 18 times 1/2, add 9. If we don't get 0, see, I'm writing it out. You can see it from here. If we put in 1/2, the 2's cancel, 1 minus 1 is 0, but I was going to show it from here because it isn't near as obvious. You'll get 0. Two times parentheses 1/2 to, I can't see that, to the third, minus parentheses 1/2 squared, minus 18 times parentheses 1/2, add 9. Can I get a drum roll? If we don't get 0, I'm going to quit on the spot. Bingo. Okay, I hope that proves something to you, or not just to me. All of these numbers plugged into this make the polynomial 0, and they are called zeros. The rest of chapter 3 is going to be a big deal about these numbers that are zeros and how to find them. Okay, these are also x-intercepts on the graph. All x-intercepts are zeros. Not all zeros are x-intercepts. That's what drives you nuts about chapter 3. Okay, for a graph, the book wants you to plot the x-intercepts and use end behavior. P of x is 2x to the third. We're just going to use the calculator. Minus x squared, minus 18x, add 9. Isn't really obvious about the window. We'll start with -10, 10, 1, -10, 10, 1. Sometimes you get all these pieces. You got to modify this, depending on what you get. Two x raised to the third, minus x squared, minus 18x, add 9. All right, window, I'll start with this. And like you said, they don't tell you what the windows are. You got to play around. Sometimes you have to play around. Let's see if we do on this one. Yeah, you're going to have to play around. Can you tell? It's coming up. It's going to peak somewhere up high here, come down and dip. We're not quite showing it in, then it turns around up like that. The -1/2 must be that x-intercept. Your -3 is this one, and your +3 is this one. How high? Who knows? You could shorten the x-min and map, but I guess we'll leave those alone. Y max, I don't know, is 30 enough? There's just no way to tell. I got to go a little lower. Let's go -30. And that was good. So you're getting a nice comes up. That's at -3. Peaks. Goes down through -1/2. Dips. Comes back up through 3. This one's up on right. This is called end behavior down. Left. That's called end behavior. And watch the 12 o'clock video. It's long because I went pretty thoroughly into it. But late at night, don't feel like repeating myself. All right, I'm going to pause the recording and just hang around for a little bit, see if anybody shows up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and it's 9:30. Go ahead and end the video, and hope you found this helpful. And we will see you for more Zoom sessions on Thursday. Thank you.